You understand what I'm saying? And Harriet Tubman, if you really study her words, even a popular quote that you may see on a t-shirt or a bumper sticker, she said, you know, she's freed thousands of slaves. She would have freed thousands more if they only knew they were slaves. You understand what I'm saying? Can we just dissect that for a moment before we get started? She says she's freed thousands of slaves, because imagine how many trips that she took from the south all the way to the north, walking barefooted. In my travels around the country, I traveled with the Black History 101 Mobile Museum, and we met a brother that actually take people on those tours, the same route that Harriet Tubman went, and you'd be mesmerized at the route. There was a couple of things that rocked me back in my little size 8 sneakers one day. I was meeting white Quakers that assisted Harriet Tubman. I'm like, say that again? It's like, I'm meeting white Quakers that actually brought me into several of the homes. That was the safe houses for Harriet Tubman. All right? And what they would do, probably churches just like this, what they would do is they would, in the back, they would make a false room and a false wall with probably a bookshelf that they moved to the side, or they would just move a couple of planks out of the way to hide the slaves and cover it back up, because they were risking their lives also. It's called, nowadays the law is called harboring a fugitive. You understand what I'm saying? They would get charged with that and shot or hung. You understand what I'm saying? So understanding what Harriet Tubman was actually saying at that particular time and how it resonates with us today is very, 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 very critical. She said she freed thousands. I've only read about 14 trips. I don't know if y'all read deeper than that or more than that. I'm not sure. Maybe y'all can give me the source. But I've read about 14 trips back and forth. Yes?
I heard of 19.
19? Good. Thank the young brother updating my knowledge. Let's give him a round of applause. 19 trips. 19 trips back and forth, and she didn't have GPS or Google Maps. You understand? So Google Earth. So we can imagine how she would have the lights go off on your block and you having a rough time. I don't know. Can you imagine walking from Atlanta, Georgia, all the way to Newark, New Jersey? Can you imagine that? And she carried a gun. And they said, when I was reading about Harriet Tubman, she said she didn't have the guns to ward off the enemy. She had guns for those Negroes that wanted to turn and go back. All right, and snitch. Harriet Tubman. All right, I can say more about Harriet Tubman, but we're going to move on. She said, I would have freed thousands more if they only knew. How were they going to know? Can you imagine Harriet Tubman going from plantation to plantation, trying to figure out who wanted to be free and who didn't? No, I need y'all to think about that. Because that's my job today. Because everybody in there don't want to be free, right or wrong? Come on, talk to me. Am I right or wrong? There's a group called Precise Science. They basically said, you know, what was that slogan y'all had? Everybody ain't gonna make it. Everybody ain't gonna make it. We gotta understand it. We have to have that resolve with ourselves to know that in our minds that everybody's not gonna make it. You understand? Auntie may not make it. Your girlfriend may not make it. Husband may not make it. You may not be able to bring the pet or the bird. All right? Or your extra boyfriend or your extra girlfriend. They may not make it. They may not want to come. All right? So we have to understand. So years ago, I set this thing in motion that I said I'm only going to work with the willing. If you're willing, I'm willing to meet you halfway. All right? So I started giving my phone number out. And people started calling me. And it's like, okay, there's people that really, truly want an independent state that we can call our own. Because what I need y'all to do right now before I really, really, truly get started on some of y'all look at me like I'm crazy. I said independent state that we can call our own, to carve out our own destiny. All right? But we have to have suitable people. Because if these people woke up tomorrow morning and said, okay, cool, y'all are free. Y'all can go for yourselves. What would we do? Come on, just talk to me. Just, I don't mind you yell out. This is the church. They yell all the damn time. Oh, excuse me, they yell all the time. I'm watching my mouth. See, we have to think in terms of infrastructure, right? We have to think of everybody can't be the leader, right? We have to think of who's going to till the soil and the land, all right? We have to think of who's going to crush the herbs to make the medicine. in case we get sick, because we can't go to Walmart after the mall. You can't go to Drunken Donuts, Dairy Queen, Pizza Slut. You can't go to none of these places, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Long John Killers. You can't go to none of these places and eat after tomorrow, right or wrong. So when you do number 2 in the restroom, then what's going to happen? If we ain't got the land to grow the trees to make the toilet tissue, what's going to happen? See, we have to start thinking in terms of doing something for ourselves, right or wrong. Who going to protect the women, brothers? If y'all eyeing one another, you'll know what I'm talking about. We can't get into that today at the church, but who's going to protect the women? Because once they come get the men, the women are fair game. I always tell people, if they come and arrest me tonight at the hotel, guess who they coming for tomorrow morning? Exactly. Oh no, they not coming from my way. She ain't letting me go to jail. I'm telling you straight, we going out like Latifah and set it off, man. It's gonna be on the topic for real. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. She's sitting right back there, and I can vouch for her. She ain't letting that happen. You understand what I'm saying? Trust me. I'm not gonna tell them about the story at U-Haul, okay? We're just gonna let that go. No, that's just not gonna happen. We got a code with one another. You understand? You touch one, you touch all. Hell, we got a cat at home. You touch the damn cat, it's on and popping. Sister with the one Afro puff back, can you remind me every now and then, just kind of wave at me and let me know that I'm in the house of the Lord? Because sometimes I just get kind of, okay, thank you. I get kind of carried away sometimes. I done said damn 3 times, ain't nobody said nothing. Y'all just say, it's your name. Y'all just say, man, bruh. Can y'all just give me a high sign for real, okay? All right. Every now and then I'm shifting into Nat Turner mode, but anyway. Today is a special day, and without the young brother in the back in the gray hat telling me, I need y'all to tell me why today is a special day. Come on, whose day is this? Marcus Garvey. No problem. Like that suit. What size is that? Huh? Look like it's about my size, bro, for real. Where you from, man? You from here? Let me tell you something about people in New York. When they ask you what your shoe size is, don't answer, bro. You kidding God, they setting you up, man. I asked you about your whole damn suit. And you was like, yeah, y'all for size 3. And you like, bro, it's my size. You gonna see, they're gonna see a butt naked dude walking out there with no clothes on in a minute. You want me to do that for you? Oh, you got it? Okay, yeah, I think I'll take care of it. Okay, I got you. Okay. I didn't know he could have been on cell block C or D. I don't know. Don't tell me. He could have just got out of prison. Look at you. Why you looking like that? Come on, let it go, y'all. I know we're in the church. See, no, when you're a man's man, you don't worry about that kind of stuff. Anyway, Marcus Garvey, right? Talk to me about Marcus Garvey. Give me 3 things Marcus Garvey would want us to know today, and I'm going to set it off first and tell you one of them. Y'all give me the other 2. Is that cool? Race first. Not second, not third, not an insignificant new agenda that you get to later on, not something that you get to next week. Every single day we wake up and reaffirm the fact that race is first. All right? With that said, what should I do if I tell you social media is the best thing that ever happened to the coward? And we find them constantly giving us lip service. If they don't want to come to the church today to get this information and share and meet one another, that's on them. We leave them some room up here, but we ain't waiting on them, right or wrong. Race first. So what should we do? Let me ask a very critical question, and then y'all going to give me the other 2. What does America do with her traitors? Who said that? The sister said it. Kill them. That's what America does to her traitors. When we establish this thing, we need to start formulating in our spirit first, and then in our minds, and then we can bring it into a physical manifestation on what we and how we're going to handle our traitors. My sister, Winnie Mandela. Winnie Mandela knew how to handle the traitors of South Africa. What did she do? She said, with this match and this institute, this tie-in, we will liberate South Africa. If they caught you being a snitch and working for the other side, they would put a tie around you, douse it with gasoline, and set you on fire, and thought nothing of it. Are you following me? America just walked you in front of a firing squad. and just shoot you. That's America's law. How else should we handle our traitors? Because there's some people in here right now that's going to take this information back to the government or their field office, right or wrong. So we have to be very mindful. I just want y'all to start preparing your own spirit for what we have to do. Marcus Garvey said, race first. Why do you think Marcus Garvey said that? Exactly, simply because we have a tendency of putting everyone else before us. And that's natural with us because we're the mothers and fathers of everyone. And we're going to look out for everyone, right or wrong, even to the detriment of ourselves. You follow what I'm saying? We have to change that particular dynamic. All right? Because everybody else on the planet will make sure their children eat first before ours. And if there's any left, they might think about feeding yours.
If it serves them.
Exactly. Only if it serves them. If it has anything to do with hindering their survival, all right, you out. They're not thinking about you. Marcus Garvey said, race first. The mere fact that Marcus Garvey said race first, and we have to have this conversation about traitors. If we think back on this Mosiah Garvey, how did Marcus Mosiah Garvey end up in handcuffs? A traitor was among him, right or wrong, and sold him out. Come on, talk to me. Am I right or wrong? Not somebody that looked like the other people, somebody that looked like us. Do y'all remember his name? Yeah, we need to start making a list of the old traitors and the new ones. All right? No, we can make a list of them. I put something up on my Facebook page the other day. This brother was putting up some of his stuff on YouTube, and the dude kept coming up on the channel, leaving smart comments and getting smart with the brother. And, just talking negatively against him. He asked the brother to chill out with that, and he didn't. He tracked the brother, his address down to his IP address and showed up at his door with a bat. No more issues from him. See, it's easy to hide behind an IP address and a fake phony name. You understand what I'm saying? But we can find y'all. We got hackers in this room right now that can find y'all. I know one, James Johnston. I don't know if y'all know him, but we can find y'all. That's not a real issue. All right? What are the other two things Marcus Garvey gave us?
Africa for the Africans.
Africa for the Africans. How critical is that? When's the last time y'all been to Africa or even seen Africa or know anybody that been to Africa? Who's there? Thank you. Well, I didn't say back in the day, Ugu clubs of them. What do you think they're doing there?
Giving soccer field to take all.
Exactly.
Exploitation.
Exploitation, building railroads. Still using black labor.
Marrying black women.
Exactly. That's why I'm looking forward to this day, saying Africa for the Africans. Am I right or wrong? Now, who are these black leaders that are in these pivotal points that are allowing people to come in to Africa? So much so that we can't even go back to Africa. They got land laws. No, land law is the fact that I can't own the land, but I can pass it down to my children. The meaning I can't own it, that means I can't sell it. Now, I don't know what kind of deal that the Asians have, but I'm saying they're putting these laws together as we speak. All right? What else did Marcus Garvey say? Give me one more. Come on. Race first, Africans, Africa for the Africans. Up, you mighty race, you can accomplish what you will. We should know these things. Even if we got to plaster it on the side of the refrigerator or on your mirror in the bathroom, that we see it every day. We gotta keep Marcus Garvey here. Are you following me? How else will the next generation behind us get it? All right? Constantly speak the man's name because he's alive where? In us. Am I right or wrong? All right, cool. I only got an hour and a few minutes, so let me get through this. The other reason why this is a special day, we want to dedicate this talk to our good sister Aretha Franklin. Let's give now ancestor. Let's give her a round of applause for all she's given to us.
Sir.
When a woman can take from her experience, good or bad, in society, can take from her experience, good or bad, and in her relationship with the church. All right? What was her dad's name? Pastor Franklin. What was his first name? Did anybody give it to me? Well, you know her dad was a pastor, reverend, right? Okay, cool. From her experiences that she talks about. I mean, being pregnant at 12 years old. I mean, that's a hell of a thing in and of itself, man. I think having children by the time she was 15 or 16, and then turning around, making it through that to give us what she gave us as far as soul music is concerned, reminding us that we need to connect back to the soul. Are you following what I'm saying? The last reason why this is a very special day, I got reminded today by one of the good brothers that I met some time ago on Instagram today that this is the 20th year anniversary of my album, Blood of the Prophet. That came out on Lethal Records. That was when I got thrown under the bus by Public Enemy. I was kind of out doing some other things. I already did the 3 albums with Luke, and just kind of making my way through the music industry to find a platform to continue to actually reach our people to raise the level of consciousness. All right. When I look back at the album cover, it reminded me of my mindset back then. I called the album Blood of the Prophet. It wasn't blood of like Prophet Jesus or Prophet Muhammad or Prophet Abraham. It was blood of the prophet, the P-R-O-F-I-T. All right? Going into the whole aspect of why is it that we only doing what we do for money. You understand what I'm saying? For material wealth. I was going against that whole grain at that particular time. Trying to bring some enlightenment to these young brothers. And aspects of what I was attempting to do at that particular point. You know, to the degree I said, okay, I succeeded in what I was doing, but I wanted it to affect the generation that's coming up today. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes when I have conversations with these brothers, I wonder if they really know and ever heard and felt, more so hearing and more so seeing, but felt the music of Aretha Franklin. Because if you heard, till you come back to me, that's all I'm gonna do, those kind of lyrics, it's hard for you to turn around and do some mumble rapping. You understand what I'm saying? If you heard Sam Cooke, The Temptations, if you heard Curtis Mayfield, it's hard to turn around and mumble on a record. Are you following me? Because them brothers was coming speaking to our soul.
That's right.
Are you following? Because remember back in the day, we rarely saw them on TV. You had to sit in front of the record player and hear it through the speakers and feel it. Are you following what I'm saying? Okay, so in the meantime, in between time, I need everyone to look around the room, find at least 2 very unfamiliar faces. How you doing, bro? You good? Well, I've been trying to grow a beard for a long time. I was telling my man, I was asking him to help me out, man. I mean, his is nice, don't you think? So he got a comb with his and everything. I'm beard mine. Okay. I need everybody to look around the room and find a very unfamiliar face. Everybody stand up out of your comfort zone and greet 3 people. Come on. What's your name? It's a question we do. Yes, sir. Come on, brother.
Glad to meet you in person, bro.
Likewise, brother. All right, sister Sci-Fi. You in control, my sister. I can't respond, y'all, because I'm using my phone, so I can't really type or anything like that, but I see you in the chat room, everybody. Peace and love.
Excuse me, so like when that album coming out?
I'm working on it, like halfway done.
Halfway done? All right, we'll be waiting for it.
Okay. Excuse me, sir, with the fine gentleman with the fine suit. I can't stand over there because I gotta be able to see the screen. I can't really see that well. Is that cool though? It's not gonna throw you off. All right, man. We're gonna put some money in the tray for you. Take you to King of G's and get you. I wanna recognize my beautiful soulmate, my wife, my queen, my doctor, Miss Soleil. Can you give her a round? Can you stand up for a second? Stand on, but can you give her a round of applause? Thank you. My brother had asked me one time I was doing an interview, and I was saying to him, I think he asked me the last time I went to the doctor. I said, earlier today, and I said, my wife is my doctor. The doctor's office is the kitchen. Free, you know that, right? It's where we stay alive. You understand what I'm saying? Sisters, that's when you're supposed to applaud the loudest. Anytime, no, I'm serious, because he should never get you mad. You in the kitchen with an attitude? He tasted in the food. And all you're making is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And he tasted it. But that's right. Anyway, fear, I'm going to run through this. Fear of a black planet. I think this is the 5th time we've gotten together to talk about fear of a black planet. It's actually one of the titles for our group, Public Enemy, that we put together, and which I'm going to show you the album cover a little bit later on. So Blue Pill is going to come up and say a few words and introduce his brother, Red Pill. But we wanted to talk about aspects of the media, music, and the manipulation of the black mind. I'm going to leave the media and the music up to Red Pill. I want to talk about manipulation of the black mind. And when I say mind, you ever heard the term your soul of your mind and mind of your soul? You probably haven't. But even if you haven't, I want to talk about the deeper aspect of the black mind. Let's not dismiss the whole concept of black. Let's not borrow the definition and the meaning from our open enemy to apply it to our present day reality. I'm saying that to say we cannot go back to the thievery and the theft of African consciousness and how they twist it and bring it back through their adulterous filter in order to filter it back into our consciousness, and then we take that to beat one another down with it. Black, you can put a crayon, blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, I got you, bro. That's what he gave us to put on one another. When we think in terms of black, I think of black consciousness. I think of melanin, which lines every facet of every organ in the body. I think of that black third eye, the seat of the soul. All right? I think of dark consciousness. I think of the universe, inside of the universe. I think of the seed. Inside of a seed, your mother and father. Inside of that seed, their mother and father. Inside that seed, the black family. All right? The collective. Inside of that seed, the human family. Inside of that seed, which is the universe, and the universe sits in a black seed. Are you following what I'm saying? Now, if you're trying to get some points for some driver's license or some money off the ticket and all that, then go through the process and do what you got to do. Get the license plate and the ID card, be my guest. But we're talking about deep consciousness. We're talking about the black mind that set everything else in motion in the universe. You follow what I'm saying? All right, just bear with me. I want to talk about this concept called fear. I'm not going to get really deep. I'm going to make it real simplistic and real plain. Amos Wilson, I'm going to get to him in a minute, but I want to just say this now, then I'm going to repeat it a little bit later on. In order for racism, white supremacy to thrive, it has to make us sick and insane, and has to produce a set of characters to carry out their agenda without you seeing them. Bobby Hemmings said it's like automatons by remote control. So they will produce characters. And I'm going to show you some of these characters because we're talking about the black mind. All right? You cannot tell me we have the same mind that the Creator gave us when Elijah Muhammad came to us and says, no. Master Fraud Muhammad came to teach us not who he was, but who we are. And he said, we're direct descendants of Allah himself. How you going to have a direct line and your first relative is Allah, God? And we operate with the mind that we have today. No, we're out of our minds. Wanted to say something else, but the sister back there with the puff. No, we're out of our minds. You cannot even be in your right mind, allowing these people to shoot down our babies. Am I right or wrong? Something in you says, instructing you what to do, but the other mind says, nah, you better not do that. All right? Because they might not ride with you. But Nat Turner didn't care about that. Harriet Tubman didn't care about that. All right? There's going to come a time where we're just going to say, listen, it is what it is. Who is it? Martin Delaney. When Martin Delaney was taking in any runaway slave. All right? When they heard the dogs outside of Martin Delaney's house, Martin Delany wrote and gave a speech. I forget which president it was at the time. But Martin Delany says, no, my door is always open to my people. And Martin Delany says if they did, the president himself comes to my door and steps over the threshold of my door to come take one slave out of my house, and I don't drop him dead at my doorstep, may the earth reject my body. Now how powerful is that? You're not taking nobody out here. I was in New Orleans, and I gave the example. I was in the store, and the young lady was in the store with her babies. And she pushing one, she got one in the oven, and she got one in her arms. She got to the counter, and she left her purse in the car. She wasn't gonna wrap all of them up in. You understand what I'm saying? To go back to the car, go back in the parking lot, to go in the car to get the purse and come back. I said, sis, I'll watch them. I got them. Just go get the money and come on back. All right? So she went, got her money and came on back. I'm thinking to myself, what if somebody would have came in messing with them children out there and there? These children are my responsibility right now. For the 2 or 3 minutes I had them. You understand what I'm saying? That's a heavy responsibility. That's how we have to act. That's why the brothers in Africa said, listen, you touch one, you touch all. You touch one in Detroit, we're going to move in Miami. You touch one in LA, we're going to move in New York. But until we have that common thread that runs through our veins and we feel for one another, that ain't never going to happen. Just think for 1 minute when they was choking out Eric Garner. What did you really feel? You said hurt? A couple of more emotions other than hurt. You understand what I'm saying? It don't have to translate to hate. Because I'm going to do what I'm doing. I don't hate them. I understand them. I don't hate them. Trust me. We don't have to. Because that sets a different kind of emotion off in the body. You understand what I'm saying? And that's something we got to contend with later on, because after I take care of that business entertaining them, I'm going to sleep well at night. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just, they sleep well. They don't think nothing of it. They go in it knowing that they're not going to jail. Anyway, I forgot we're in church. This is my company, Serious Minds. If y'all can, please subscribe to Serious Minds on YouTube. All right? Whatever we're doing, a little subscribe so you can get this information. All right, now I know y'all know, if y'all haven't heard, they came in operating real stealth, but they shut down people's YouTube channels. They cut videos in half. They rearranging down Alex Jones. And when I said that to one brother, I'm in a restaurant, a cafe, studying, and the brother was like, I don't care nothing about Alex Jones. I said, bruh, we are at war. They knocked down Alex Jones to let you know big wigs. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're coming for you next. Now, I've been to Alex Jones' spot. You talking about CNN? This dude got an elaborate setup, man. You know, if they're cutting down and taking out Alex Jones, who's next? So they came after Willie D in Texas. They came after a few more people. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody said about you next. I'm dialing the number back. Like, who is this? Laughing on the phone and all this kind of madness. I'm like, all right, we just got to roll with the punches. I kind of figured out why. You know, the liar Cohen dude that Dame Dash has been talking about? They made him the head of global music. Did I say that? There's ways to get around this madness, man. You understand what I'm saying? We always do. We baby kids. Thank you. Serious minds for serious minds. You're supposed to say serious. Serious minds for serious minds. Thank you. Anyway, I want to shout out my brother John and the rest of the crew over at World Star Hit Radio. When I first got on World Star Hit Radio, they was like, what you going to do at World Star? I said, that's exactly where I need to be, at World Star, offering some balance. But I'm not on that side of World Star, I'm on the other side. All right? I don't think I can handle that other side of World Star. But he created a dynamic global platform, and he wanted to work with my company, so we kind of chatted radio. So I'm on every Wednesday night between 9 and 10. Y'all can call in, check it out, watch it live, or just go up on my website, ProfessorGriff.me, and watch it after my broadcast ends. I normally end at 10, 11 o'clock. All right? All right, hold on. All right, so let's just kind of, I'll move real quick, because I got about 45, 50 minutes or so. I want to dive into this thing, but there's some things that I definitely want you to grasp. When we're talking about the music and media and Hollywood, small screen, then they have to create these figures, all right, in order to soothe their egos. Every once in a while, they got to come out with a white superhero film to just keep everything balanced. They have to do that because these are some inferior people among us. Are you following what I'm saying? All right? They'll always have to say, you ugly, you're inferior, you're inferior, you're inferior. Dr. Francis Cresswell says, when you find them constantly saying this, know that they're the inferior ones. Are you following me? If you are superior, then let's look at the 9 areas of people activity that Dr. Francis Cresswell gave us. All right? And then we can look at us and look at them. What is their educational system producing? Please don't tell me the bent-over Carsons of the world. Thank you. Mental slaves, spiritual slaves. So when we say God is a frequency that exists within you, but he's told you it's some white dirt that lives up in the sky somewhere, no, we cannot swallow that. Any problem that we have, whether it's an individual issue or a collective problem we have, we should stop looking outside the God's self and look inwardly, right or wrong. No other people look outside the self for the solution to the self. All right? God is a frequency that exists in you, and all you need to do is tune in. You know, you get in the car and you want to tune your radio to the right frequency to get the right channel for the music that you like to hear, right or wrong. So why can't we tune that vibratory frequency to the God frequency? Now, here's another kind of frequency. I call it the frequency, but right now we're just going to call it the devil frequency because we're in the church. All right, it's more effective when I use the other word, but we're not going to do that today, but the devil frequency. So if you're in Hollywood and they have to make these big, massive $200 or $300 million Hollywood productions talking about good versus evil, no one understands that it's very simplistic, and I left it black and white with no color so you can get it in black and white. Good and evil is simply God versus the devil. And you can see they just took one word out of each. You understand? Or added one. It's that simple. And that's what they've been playing on all this time. Good versus evil. They took it out of your hands and put it in the sky. They took it out of your consciousness and put it somewhere else. And then they had you download an anthropomorphic image that didn't look like you, so you wouldn't look for yourself to solve the solution on a spiritual level. Are you following me? Then they didn't let you read. Then they cut your tongue out for using your mother tongue. All right? So then we had to tap into high forms of alchemy in order to communicate back to the self. All right? Now, today, don't look at the person next to you, in front of you, or back of you. If you're in transition, coming from that low vibratory consciousness, because even on that level, there's a degree of consciousness, all right? And you want to try to raise your vibrational pitch into the thinking of God, to the thinking of the Creator. These are some of the things you might want to take into consideration. I'm showing this particular slide right here because I don't want y'all asking me later or catching me out the hallway talking about, man, so what's the solution? You are the solution. I can't do this without you. You can't. You're those people with consciousness and enlightenment, having awareness, the ability to critically think and see things for what they are. Hi, yeah, bro, I know that. Those people can't tell before. Right or wrong, we are looking at God, and we air like. You understand what I'm saying? So the whole alignment and you coming in sync with the cosmic forces. All right, how to raise your spiritual vibration. Mind and body. Meditate. My wife tells me to stretch and move all the time. Give. Stop. Well, that's I'm on YouTube watching Javante boxes. But anyway, think your own thoughts. Time in nature. I'm gonna say that 3 more times. Detox. Detox. Detox, for real. Take a social media detox. All right? Take a mumble rap, trap music detox. For real. Take negative people in the damn family detox. Stay the hell away from them, for real, for a minute. So you see the people, matter of fact, I advise everybody, when those people call y'all, you'll know they negative. Just put an ugly picture of them as their icon, so when they come up, you're like, nope, I'm good. All right? Detox. And have a plant-based diet. All right? Listen, seriously, straight up, I said this on the air the other night. If you still eating pork, you got a long way to go. Seriously, if you still going to the store buying big bags of Cheetos and Snickers and Reese's Pieces, sister looking at me over there all sideways. I'm not even gonna look over there now. And 3 Musketeers and cheap and all this kind of stuff. Stop that. Doritos. Breathe deeply. All right? Deep breaths. Relax. Get enough sleep. Walk barefooted. I saw my wife on stage on Instagram, and I'm looking like she got some fly shoes at home, and she barefooted. Maybe that's the way to go. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe it is, but we have to think about that. See, there's some slides you can put up, there's no words for. That's as simple as it goes. Problem, me, solution, we. Plain and simple. Who was the doctor 100 years ago in this small little town that y'all from? In the country? Your grandmother? Or she knew someone down the road? Right or wrong? We had to get used to actually going to the doctor. We only had to go to the doctor because they put that stuff on us, and we had to go to get the medicine from them. Tuskegee syphilis and stuff. We were the doctors. Brothers and sisters, those that are sitting in this room with a higher degree of consciousness, way beyond your brother, Professor Griff, and we are going through these rituals. Listen, knowledge can only get you so far, but practical application of knowledge can transform your reality forever. Practical. It has to be practical. Do not have a 4-hour conversation with me at the church about ancient Kemet, and you don't bring it up to date and fast forward it to today so we can use some of that stuff now. Are you following what I'm saying? Now. Right now as we speak. It has to be practical. All right? And we have to have an application to administer it. Are you following what I'm saying? People without good character cannot build institutions. Without good character. I'm not taking no shots at anyone that y'all know somebody may be building a school. I'm just saying. People, stop that. I don't know nobody building a school. LeBron James built a school, so I'm not. People without good character cannot build institutions without good character. Even though bad character can provide a foil by which to measure good character, only good character can provide an adequate model of good character for the warrior to follow. Like builds like. Like minds, like minds. All right? We only gonna get along up to a certain point. But then when we get to that fork in the road where you and I disagree, we have to come to that point and say, are we mature enough? All right? To kind of put that on pause, get free, and then we can talk about that on the other side of the fence. Because the African proverb says you don't ignore an armed attacker. And he's coming at the both of us. And that's real. So let me dive into this. I didn't want to read this. I'd rather you look at it and draw from it. Is that possible? Can we do that for a second? This reminds me of when my mama said, listen, get out of the house, out from around. Listen, and you went outside, and what did you do? You made up game. A circle, cosmic force, cosmic energy within a circle. What kind of conversation you think is going on in this particular circle among 11 and 12 and 13-year-olds? See, instinctively, we already know. All right? You don't think think the old ones are among us? The enlightened ones are among us, even though we don't know who they are, can't see them, and they will not reveal themselves. But they're working through us. Let me say it so y'all can understand it. The ancestors speak to us from within us. We are our ancestors. I know that may sound kind of scary to some people, spooky to others, especially if you wrap them into religion. All right, our ancestors speak to us from in us. I was in Cocoa, Florida, at the behest of Carl Nelson, him and his wife, Linda Hudson. 9 murders had happened in Cocoa, Florida. 7 were unsolved. I went down there to have a town hall meeting and talk to the people in the church just like this, trying to find answers to the solution. All right? And I said, like I've always been saying, we need to put together a council of elders. We need a drop squad. All right? Because we got to start holding people responsible. So I brought to their attention what was going on in Chicago. It's Chicago police killing them brothers, blaming it on rival gangs and this kind of thing. Same thing they were doing in LA among the Crips and the Bloods. Are you following me? So we have to understand that. All right? These people are constantly at work. When you home, sleepy, getting some rest for the next day, another shift comes on for them. And they constantly work for your destruction. And we have to understand, you see, we got to take and look at the destruction of black civilization as though it's a textbook of today and not some chance the way it wrote yesterday. Stop looking at it as a history book. It's a playbook for today. Are you following me? So we need to understand that. All right. I want to skip over some of this because I want to get back to my point. Predictive programming. If what is going on today, if a group of us can get together after this talk today, even if we met online, and we can go back 25 years and I can show you where they predicted mumble rap today, this kind of confusion in the music today, police killing our babies today. If I can show you it back then, would you consider it predictive programming? Then what is it about the next 25 years that we need to take heed to? What should we be doing right now to prevent this from happening? Because the fear is on us. But instead of fear or faith, they incorporated the fear in the faith. Come on, Muslims, talk to me. Christian women, I hear them often, I want a God-fearing man, right or wrong. Ishaka Musa Darashango says, wait a minute, why would I want to fear my creator? I want to be in sync with my creator. See, they put this fear thing on us and didn't adequately give us an understanding. Are you following what I'm saying? This is real. I said to myself after watching, my wife showed me film clips from India, and the gurus and the teachers, and I'm watching shamans in Africa, and I'm watching the women and the men, the children that grew up with animals, how they walking side by side with lions and whatnot. All right, so I'm saying to myself, wow, we have that kind of the ability to be in sync with everything natural, including the wild animals. Can you imagine what else we can do? No. I want to, but no, we don't have time. Because listen, they'll kill a few of their own, they don't rush. I put out a challenge years ago. I said, I'll give people $1,000 if y'all can tell me where democracy works. In America or outside of America. In America, you can prove that the why does America kill elitists, shoot our presidents? It doesn't work. Because it's not democracy that they're trying to put on you. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the whole idea of silent weapons, quiet wars is a conversation that we desperately need to have when there's an attack on the black mind. You see, without the spirit, all right, they're not worried about you because they know they can move you right out of your mind. I'm gonna show you how they do it. All right. When you start talking about predictive programming, this is, I believe, what happened. This is what happened to William Cooper. All right. He basically said, whatever's going to happen, they're going to blame Osama bin Laden. Don't even believe it. Now, he said this in June of 2001. What happened September 11th? Excuse me? Okay, so he basically predicted what was going to happen on September 11th. But because of that, this is one of the reasons why they came after William Cooper. Why haven't you been assassinated? Bill, if they were to kill me right now, what would you think? And guess what happened to Bill Cooper? They killed him. So basically what was happening was he predicted it, and the same people, just like this audience right here, some people in their minds said, Griff, how you dropping all this and you still alive? But it was the same kind of audience that he was trying to teach, to let them know I'm no special kind of individual. I don't have psychic powers. I'm not a member of the intelligence briefing team. I'm not on the staff of the commander-in-chief. I know something. I'm just trying to impart it to you. Maybe he was a special kind of individual, all right? But so are you. And he just tried to hit you the game and like, look, this is what's about to go down, all right? They're not the only ones that can tap in and look forward, are they? We had that ability all the time. You see these television shows you might see, especially the old ones, you'll see the woman in a tent, they call her a gypsy. The gypsies was nothing but the Egyptians, the gypsies. They were able to look in crystal balls and look forward. All right? But this whole idea of fear of a black planet, of course you see, the black planet is a public enemy planet. Nonetheless, it's a black planet infringing on America's, on planet Earth. Fear has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. Which one would you choose?
Face everything and rise.
Which one would you choose?
Face everything and rise.
Do you know we have to answer a very vital and critical question in France for non-access to ask ourselves, who are we? Where are we? And we all that we ought to be in this world. What are we going to tell the children? What are we going to tell the children? Dr. Frances Cress Wellesley, now an ancestor, give her a round of applause. Racism, white supremacy, global power system and dynamic, structured and maintained by persons who classify themselves as white, whether consciously or subconsciously determined, which consists of patterns of perception, logic, symbol formation, thought, speech, action, and emotional response, as conducted simultaneously in all areas of people activity. And they are economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war, for the ultimate purpose of white genetic survival and to prevent white genetic annihilation on the planet Earth. I know that's a mouthful, but this, if you do not understand this, as Neely Fuller Jr. says, if you don't understand racism, white supremacy, and how it works, everything else you think, you know, will only confuse you. We gave out 5,000 copies. 5,000 copies we purchased of this pamphlet, The Crest Theory Color Confrontation, Racism, White Supremacy. We gave it away with our album. You don't know hip-hop groups that do that then or now. Our mission was to get to you to understand what's going on in the world. All right? The Crest Theory of Color Confrontation. Listen, the sister is now an ancestor. It's up to us, man, to stand on the shoulders of Dr. Frances Cress Wellesley and keep her work alive. Can we do that? Are we committed to do that? Dr. Amos Wilson, the system must produce characters that will defend the system. They train us to kill one another. America entertainment. I was putting together the Fraternal Order of Police Brutality. I had to put that with some other things. Dude, my enemy minds train got derailed for a minute. But very critical work, which would take a lot of courage and a lot of thought. I wanted to go out and talk to black police officers to get what do you feel?
They scared. They don't want to lose their job.
Gave us the black identity. They're making it up. This is the Hegelian dialectic principle. They make it up, create the law, fit for the law. For you to forget about it, and then what you're doing, these things that are breaking the law that you don't even know about. All right? Then they'll fit your crime to that law to put you away as a black identity extremist. Right. So it's out there. Any infraction of any law can mean that. All right? So they did come after some brothers on YouTube. You get on the actual YouTube channel talking about I'm gonna kill white people at 9 o'clock on Thursday night and so and so. Okay, that's terroristic threats that come to get you. You should know better. No, man, they're like, all right, bro, I got you. I got you. Well, FBI has this extremist as a terror threat, and it's not similarly identified white extremist groups who are killing the vast majority of police. It's white groups that are killing police, but they don't arrest them. You know why? Because when King Alfred Plan Rex 84 truly goes down in America, they're going to deputize these white militia who don't like you anyway. You follow what I'm saying? If you haven't read the King Alfred Plan, write it down. Make a mental note, man. The King Alfred Plan. Rex 84, the King Alfred Plan. 30 to 60 million units, they call it. They don't even consider us human beings. They call us units in the documentation. In 8 hours, they're going to municipal play. Building them now. You understand what I'm saying? You already got apartment complexes. And I'm telling you on the wall that Donald Trump wants to build. It ain't to keep people out, it's keep us in. You understand what I'm saying? Railroad tracks by where we live to import and export us. All right, move large numbers of us into different cities. All right, so they have admitted, Maine's governor had admitted that black people are the enemy. All right, and if you're not the enemy, then this is what they plan to do to make you the enemy. You don't even have to, I mean, you could just kind of just be doing absolutely nothing. I want y'all to know this is a white dude under here now. All right? And they're making these dermal synthetic bodysuits now and masks.
The other things that are really new are boots. And this is a smaller version.
This dude will go rob a bank, shoot some white children down, do some other stuff, and then what they're going to do is use that, all right, to come in the hood and arrest, 40 or 50 of us.
I've had SPFX gloves before, and while they fit pretty well, they were very poorly made. They ripped a lot, and they really didn't feel as great as these do.
You might want to check the walk, because if you walk like crazy.
They don't really fit, so you can really get away with it.
Listen to his language. What are you trying to get away with?
I tried to on this one, and wearing a watch. One of the great things about this is the dexterity the gloves provide. I was able to pick a coin up off the top of the desk, and I
It looked like he's sweating.
lift off coin from the bottom of the floor. So these are perfect.
Y'all get the picture though, right? See, this is a real dynamic. Right? All right? So they can make one of these masks look like free in the back. Or me. Or a couple of y'all. The danger that this poses is infinite. If you really look into what I'm trying to show, mind-blowing. All right. Dr. A.S. Wilson said they have to create characters. See, racism over this, but take out your cell phones. Go to Google and put this number in real quick. They gave me 15 more minutes. Go to Google and put in US 6506148. Go to Google, put in US 6506148. What is it? The nervous system manipulation affecting your nervous system. You could woke up fine this morning, meditated, prayed, stretched, did some yoga, Pilates, and karate, and a few other things. By the time 12 o'clock rolled around, you got a headache, can't function, got to go back to sleep, nervous, and a few other things. Anxiety, so now they got to give you the pill. They hit you with the infomercial. All right? And if you want them kind of characters that you at that age where you feel you just can't perform the way you need to perform, then they'll give you this. And they'll solve all your problems. Synthetic sex dolls. They got a whole sex brothel now that they've built.
I was created by the Baltimore. My main objective is to be a perfect companion.
This could be detrimental to your health, man. They ain't tell you at the end of this clip, they ain't tell you she comes with her own set of diseases. Now I'm only playing, y'all. But I'm saying this to say to y'all, I got 5 more minutes? Okay. I just wanted to say this here. We have to be mindful and very careful, man. This has now become our reality. People will not revolt. They will not look up from their screens long enough to notice what's happening from 1984. This is from 1984, written by George Orwell in 1949. It's the last thing I want to show y'all. Someone filmed this robot walking around. The people that you might be fighting in the streets, since we kind of think on this linear physical level and dealing with our enemy, rather than dealing with the real enemy from within and dealing with that enemy first, this is who you might be running up on. So we used to look back at the movie with Will Smith, I, Robot, and some of these things that was back then and looked forward. How long ago was that? At least 10 years ago. When was the Jetsons? 40 years ago, 50 years ago? And that technology we're using today. We need to keep in mind what we're dealing with, brothers and sisters. All right? So y'all ready to hear from Red Pill? All right. Now listen, I'll be around. I'm not going to leave. If y'all want to dialogue, I'll be in the next room. All right? Blessed are those that struggle. Oppression is worse than the grave. It's better to live and die for a noble cause than to live and die a slave. Asante San, I thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. Give it up for my man, Chicago.
Give it up for Brother Professor Griff. Big round of applause. Also want to give it up for Babatv in the building, brother in the back. Give him a big round of applause. Brother came to Tubman City and did interviews with like all the major organizations and then it was really good stuff. So we appreciate that, the brother, for coming out tonight. What we're going to do before we bring on Red Pill, we're going to take like just a 10, 15 minute break, and you can go out and go over to the vendors if you want, and then we're going to come back and we're going to finish it up. Hey, there is a link that we do have. If you want to invite anybody to this YouTube live stream, we can give you the link and you can actually go on and share this from your page. Actually, if you're my friend on Facebook, go on to my page, you'll see the link, and just if you could share